welcome back to my channel Joy in Life. This is Doris from Silos Art and Design. Today I'm going to take you for a room tour. I promised you guys long ago that I'm going to show you the room, and yet I didn't really get a chance to until lately because I kept organizing it, and I decided lately, instead of having a bed in there, because it was a guest room, like part of it was a guest room, I turned it into a full studio. So I got a loft bed instead, and now it looks totally different. So without further ado, let's open the door. So before we do that, actually, I really like this this little mailbox here, and there's nothing really inside. Oh, I just realized that I moved my camera, so you may not be able to see anything in there, but my daughter promised me that she will once in a while drop something in there. She never did, but she said she would. So this is my mailbox, and opening the door, and ta-da, this is it. So let me go from here. So you see the paper racked in here, and I got altogether 4 of them. I got them when AC Mall was closing down, and it was really affordable. It was only $10 or $15 each, I believe. And so although I was really sad at that time because they were closing down and we don't have a lot of different stores in here, so but anyway, it is really helpful because I used to just stack them together or put them in boxes, and now I can really see, like if you go here, you can kind of see like what is in there, and you can at least get a feel of what it looks like. And I know because if you buy it, you remember what it is and all that. So it's really good. And for some of them I really like, so for example, this Once Upon a Time one that I really like, I actually get 2 of them, more than 2 of them, and so I can stack them together. So yeah, so it is really helpful when I can see all of that. And moving down here, this brush holder I got from AC Mall as well when it closes down, and it is really good for all my brushes, and I use it especially, most of them are oil painting brushes, and when I'm using it with the painting table, I can just turn it, and so it's facing me. So this is the a draft table that my husband got me 1 year. So I really like it. I use it mainly for oil painting and acrylic. When I'm doing watercolor, I usually use another desk that I'm going to show you in a minute. So this is really cool, and more of those paper, and I organized so many different types of paper in there, including some of the printing paper, like different types of paper, so it's really helpful. Okay, so moving to this rack here, and so you can see like it's a big one. And by the way, like except for those things that I got at AC Mall, I basically didn't get anything especially for this room, because if you know me, if you saw my channel long enough, you know that I save up all my money for art materials, right? So I didn't want to spend too much on, you know, furniture and stuff. I know like my space is not like the really neat IKEA inspired space or anything like that, but it's functional for me. So okay, so let's go from the bottom maybe. So I have, you can see here, there's like a lot of books in there, and those books are for crafting and also for inspirations, depending on like what they are. Like there are a lot of them in there. I have a sewing machine that I mainly use for paper. I sometimes use it for fabric as well, but I do a lot of things with paper as well, like both actually. And you see some fabrics here, and I have some more fabrics there. All the lower drawer, a lot of different things in there. And so on top, you can see this like most messy part, I guess, of my room, and those are like all the bottles of glue, Mod Podge, and different types of things like gesso, and all those are there. So if I know that if I'm looking for something in that shape, I know to just get here and look for them. And here I have boxes for different things. I have things for sewing. I have a lot of fairy lights because I like them so much. So one year when the dollar store had it, I actually got a lot of them, and I plan to use it in different projects. I didn't get a chance to use all of them yet, so they're all in there. I have a lot of adhesive in the lower two boxes because adhesive is the best thing you should get. Like, you should really get really good glue, or when you are crafting, it's a mess and you'll get so frustrated and they won't stay put and they'll fall apart in no time. So that is really important. Okay, and moving up here, I have this really interesting display, and actually this display I got from a department store and it closed down, and the size is just perfect for a bottle of acrylic. So those are my craft paints. So when I'm crafting, when I'm trying to find a paint, I come here to find them. And those are all my metal stuff. So if I'm looking for something metal, I know to come here. Not the jewelry stuff though. I have another place for my jewelry making stuff. So here are some more glue. So those are the glue sticks and all other types in here. And this one, I have a lot of glasses that I plan to use for crafts that I haven't used. Up here, very interesting, I have the baking stuff here. I have my baking supply here. And you may ask, like, why? Like, why is it not in the kitchen? Why is it in the studio? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but when I start putting things here, I thought, like, this is my creative space. So if I want to be creative, I come down here to get inspiration, including like baking a cake. And I guess that's my logic of why I put it here, but I don't know. And I don't have any space in the kitchen anyway for those. So anyway, here I have a lot of glitter. They're all in that cosmetic case. I have a lot of look pads, and the buttons are recycled buttons that we used for something else. And when the program was gone, or when we had to update the information there, they tossed it, like they were going to toss it. And as crafters, you will be thinking, no, I can use that for something. So I grabbed them and I plan to use them for something, and I will do that, but not getting a chance yet. So here I have some more extra supply that I'm not using yet. For example, if you haven't seen my review on this set, colored pencil, I'm going to link it up there. And I like it so much. That's why I got a second set. And up there, and now you know how tall I am, right? Because from the angle you can probably tell I'm pretty short. So here you see all those boxes, all the tins, and those are my collection of things. I didn't put anything in there yet because I cannot really reach them really easily. So I mainly put them there for display, but I love them. Okay. So coming down here, I have another cart full of ribbons. I have a lot more in there. And up here, I have all the dies here. And now at the moment, I'm organizing it by size, like, because then it's easier for me, like what puts where, and if I want to find, oh, that is the long one and short one, right? But eventually I have to separate them by categories. I didn't have time to do that yet, but I plan to do it soon. And this door, very interesting, right? Why is it there? Normally, the little thingy there, like, it's not there. It's just for Christmas, as you can see. And that is because I have a painting collection that is called the door series, and so I'm thinking, let me get this door, like when I am at an art show, like my own exhibitions, when I have this here, I can generate some kind of conversation. People will be like, oh, what is that, and then you can start telling them, oh yeah, because I have this painting collection, and what is the idea behind it and all that. So if you are interested in looking at the paintings or the idea behind it, like what is the thinking behind it, you can always go to my website and look. And my website is in the description below. Okay, here. This is my vision board. Not there yet. I'm still trying to make it. That is why it's not hang up yet. I just put it on top of the sign here for now. But I will be making it, and after I'm done with it, I will put it in the middle, like more up, like in the middle, like this space instead of here. Okay, and here, this is my loft bed. And this is one from IKEA, like the only thing from IKEA in this room. But, oh no, actually one of the cards is from IKEA as well. But anyhow, like this is so good because this is so tall, like it's so high up. And so I could simply use the bottom as my studio space as well. Okay, so here I get another cards here. I have many different things here. I have different kind of pockets that I used for organizing up there. The second one is still pockets, but I use them for packaging, depending on what I'm selling at that time. And I have notebooks, clay, more clays, and my gel pad is in there. The gel painting pad is in there. I have candle making things at the bottom, 3 drawers. So I have a lot of different things there. And turning here, this one, let me move the chair away. And this first card here is my oil painting card. And those 2 palettes are the gray palettes that I made myself. And if you haven't seen the tutorial, I'm going to link it as well. So here are a lot of supplies in there, and it's really helpful when it's all in one cart, and I can easily just pull this out to the drafting the draft table, and so I can just simply use the painting table to paint. And here is all my stamps. I organize them by theme or by how I'm going to use it, like what makes sense to me. And those are the unmounted ones that you can use a block and use, except for a few on the side. And the middle parts are all the wooden ones that I used, and there are a lot of them, different wooden ones, but they are set, or it's too hard to take them out, or they're not really unmounting when I try to unmount them. That's why they're still there. And at the bottom I have and I get those little like, what do you call it, like pencil holder and for me it's tool holders, and I got them at Daiso. And you can see that you can now order them online even if you don't have a Daiso in your local area. Okay, here at the bottom I do have a stamping station here, and this you are probably very familiar with. And I have other supplies in there as well. And I have these 2 big binders. I have another one in there. I'll show you one of them. And they are the stamps that were wooden stamps, but I unmount all of them and then separate them by how I use it and how it makes sense to me. So for example, for the first one, those are smaller ones that I want to use when I'm doing, for example, junk journal making. I will be using those for decoration, and so I put them here, and I have some sayings at the back, like if I want to find a quote or some kind of wording and stuff, I turn it here. And I remember that I have like Christmas and the backgrounds and all that in the other one. So here I have the glue gun and glue gun accessories, like all of them are here. And then up there, this is very interesting because this is like a display rack that I got from a craft store. And why do I have it here? Because I like that local craft store so much that when it closed down, I really want to get a piece of it to remind myself of it. And I feel so inspired whenever I went there. So I really wanted to have something to remind myself of that place. So I got this from them when they closed down. And up there I have those drawers. Those are really good for pastels. I don't have my pastels here though, because all of them are upstairs. I may eventually move them here, but because I have so many of them, I cannot like put all of them here. I'll show you a picture though. I will insert it here. So right now I only have a little bit of like the inexpensive one that I use for crafting. In here, I used to put all my colored pencils here as well, but I find that it's not really functional for me. Yes, it is really good because it's like really protecting it really well. It's not breaking or anything like that. Is so good. But the thing is, I am the type of person that is like, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So I don't get inspired by it. I don't see it. I don't use it as much. So I really feel like it's a waste. So I reorganized all of them, and now they are in pencil holders. So I'm going to give you the picture as well. So up here, I made that box with I recycled some box and make that 2 drawers for my little thingies like paper clips and things like that. And you know, those two, like this is like a recycle thingy as well, but I just make it pretty, and so then I can still use it. And those two are explosion box, and if you don't know what they are, you can search on YouTube and they will teach you how to make it. It's really fun. Okay, so they don't really explode, like it's not dangerous type of thing. If you don't know what they are, search and you will find out. Okay, here this is my favorites in here almost. Just by looking at it, don't you think that is so happy? You feel so happy when you just look at it, right? So those are really all the like a lot of pens that I use. And of course, like, yes, I have too many. I know I have only one hand that I can write with, and I understand that I can't use all of them, but they're here anyway. So I get this from AC Moore as well when it closed down, and it was really inexpensive, but it holds so much. So I am still using the old-fashioned way, pen and book, to write down all my ideas. So I use my computer, I use Google Calendar, I use Notion for a lot of my ideas of like what I should do, to-do list and all that stuff. But when I have my own ideas, when I want to draw something down, I still use my pen. So this is basically my working desk. And so here are some more drawers and some more markers in here, and pens as well. And you can see I have a lot of ring lights here. So I'm recording some of my videos here usually. So that is the place. And now because the desk was not here, it was in another room, I moved it here. So now I'm looking out, I can see the windows. I'm so happy about that. Okay, and this, what is this? This is a wooden sign my friend gave me long ago, and if you don't know yet, I can tell you that I am starting a new YouTube channel that is called Tea Time with Peace and Joy, and you can subscribe to that now if you want. So what I will be doing there is that I'm going to talk about health, wellness, soul, and all that information in there, because I am an artist, but I'm also a psychologist, and so I want to talk to people about mental health. I want to talk to people about wellness. Some of the topic may be like really taboo. People will be thinking like there are a lot of stigmas around a lot of things, but I really want to help people out. I see a lot of needs lately, especially under the pandemic, or even now, and so I just want to help out, and so I plan to start that channel, and I'm working on a lot of things. The logo is there. If you subscribe to the channel, you will see the logo. Like if you go to the channel, if you search for it, you will be able to see the logo is there already. I will have the link in the description as well, and we are making the background music, and my team is working hard on this, so I'm excited. Okay, so let me go to the other side. Okay, here. So this is the other table that I told you about. I may need to do my watercolor here, and even if I want to want the paper to tilt, right, I have some easels, table easels that I can use. So you can see that I don't really wash my the dishes that I use for my watercolor if I don't have to. First of all, I feel like they are really pretty, and also sometimes I feel like it's a waste if I am not really using all of them. So sometimes it really doesn't matter. Like for some of the paintings, there are places in the painting that you can put the old color in there. It won't affect it, like if like it's the underlay layer or background or whatever. And of course, like if it's too off or I can't really use it, I won't force myself. I wash them off, and it's really easy to do too, because I have bottled water here. I have my spray here, and I always like use my spray. You can just spray it and then just clean it with a towel or something. Okay, so here is my station for a lot of glue that I use, and so this is my crafting table as well. And yeah, so there are many different things here, and these are the watercolor pencils from IKEA. So I plan to review them later on, so I put them here. And the gelatos as well, I will be doing, my next video should be a tutorial on those and a review on those, so stay tuned for that. So those are the extra watercolors. I have way more, but they are all upstairs because yeah, I tend to put things everywhere. All right. So this is a card that I use for my acrylic painting. So they have paints, there are brushes. My pour medium is here as well. It's really fun. If you haven't tried that yet, it's a fun thing to do. Okay, and I have a question for you guys. So let me know in the comment below what I should be doing. So here you can see this used to be a closet. I think you can probably tell. And as I told you, I am the out of sight, out of mind kind of person. And so, and I don't really get access to it as often just because I'm not looking at it and I'm not inspired by it. So I tend not to use them as much. And then my friend suggests, oh, maybe you should, you know, just take off the door and then you can access it easier. And that is so true, and so I did it. And let me tell you what are in here first before you decide if I should put the door back on. Because if I put the door back on, it's real easy because I can pull the acrylic cards out and I can easily like still open the door. Maybe not all the way, maybe, or maybe yes, almost all the way. I can still get access to all the things, but okay. So on the top two layers, how do you call it, like levels, whatever, I have a lot of sets that I can simply grab and I can do something with them. So for example, if my daughter and I are just finding something to do to kill time or whatever, then you know those are the places I go, and I can just look for things in there, see what we want to do, and then we can do it really quickly. And then the third one is mainly a lot of wooden stuff in there, a wooden supply. So I grab them from there, and underneath there are some boxes that I plan to use in some ways, like more wooden stuff down there. So it's like, it's not way too messy. Like if you really look at it, let me walk back a little bit so then you can see it better. It's not too bad, but it's not super good looking. So let me know what you think, like if I should keep it like this or should I do something with it. All right, and then after that I have this. It's not like super tidy yet, but I have a lot of my paper organized in here with this really big folder holder I get from Daiso, I believe. And this, I believe, either I get it from I think I got it from Daiso. That is for kitchen, for the lid of the pots. But I use it to organize my tools from We Are Memory Makers. So I have my cutters here, like the big one and a smaller one, and one for making the pockets and one for making cards, I believe. The cards and the envelopes, and a smaller stamping station here, and the front, like this one, is for bookbinding. So it's a lot of fun to use those items. So here I have a lot of lace in here in this jar because I feel like they look so good, right? So I put them in the jars that I can see. And here I have some more ribbons and things. And here, this is pretty heavy. And why I have it here, I don't know. Like, I just put it there. Don't ask me why. So that is an extra, by the way. And here I have a lot of handmade paper. Not really handmade paper, hand dyed paper. Like, I use coffee dyed paper and avocado dyed paper quite a bit. And so those are my paper, but I want something to put on it so then it will lay more flat, you know, because there are a lot in there. And if I don't, this lid may pop up. Okay, so that is that. And I have many different things in here, so I can tell you a little bit. I can show you a little bit of it. Some of them are really messy, but some of them are really organized. So, for example, I have all the duct tapes in here. It's so good. Like, I really like it this way because if I need duct tape, I can just open this and I'll find all of them. That one are more like miscellaneous stuff. I have my sewing stuff there in the second drawer, stencils, letters, strings, and all that stuff. And the third one, there are jewelry making stuff, wood stain, they are in there. And the lower drawer, I have some magazines and papers that I use for different things. So this is really old, as you can see, and actually I don't know how old this thing is because I actually moved it from where I lived when I was in New York City, and I don't know how long they had this, but I feel like I can really use it, and I planned to really make it nice, paint it somehow, but I didn't get to do that, but I will someday, I hope. Okay, so here, this is a like really big one. I got this at Sam's Club a few years back. I don't know if they still sell it. They are pretty good, like, because it's easy for you to pull out and put back and all that. And I have a lot of scrapbook paper in there. After I use it for projects, sometimes I can't use the whole thing and I put them in there. And one of them, for example, this one, I put all my punches there for you know, butterfly and different shapes and stuff. And this is the one that I use with the butterfly punch, and I like it so much, so I just put it in there. And I have many different things in there, and I plan to label it, but I haven't done so yet, and I will be doing that later. And here is a gift towel. So why do I have the gift towel here? Because it's actually something for Christmas. You know, from Sam's, they have the like nuts or chocolate or whatever in each layer of the tower, but I just emptied it out because I was reorganizing, and I haven't put anything back in there yet, so it's just sitting here. And behind the door, what is in here? I have this, and these are all my ink supplies. I have a lot of different ink pads, different things there. I have the gloves. If I'm doing oil painting, I normally don't really use it, but sometimes if I'm more sensitive around that time, you know, my skin is sensitive, then I may use it. I mainly use it for pastel. Sometimes I use that, but sometimes I really don't want to wear the gloves, but it really depends. So I have, like, for example, here are some brushes and some tools in here. So those are all the things in here. So, and this is a painting or drawing from my daughter. I think she did it when she was maybe 7 or 8, and it's so colorful and I really like it. It looks good against the wall, and so I just put it here. And yeah, so that is it. I really am enjoying my studio. I have like this light here. I think we got it from IKEA, maybe. This is my first ever pastel drawing a while back, And yeah, so I really enjoyed my space. And oh, one more thing to tell you. I put all my roll of paper or wrapping paper or crafting paper, whatever, like I put them all in that corner because I can easily access it, but yet it's not there every single day. Like I don't have to deal with it every single day, and they don't look as good. But if it's in that corner, I don't see them as much. So I'm really enjoying the space, although, you know, it's not like the best one out there. I know that, but I still like it so much, and I still enjoy using it. So comment below, let me know if I should put the door back on that closet right there. And thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It will really help my channel and help more people to find it. And I really feel like I'm doing videos because I really want you guys to have something to watch, you know, that is hopefully to you fun and entertaining, just to keep you company. So yeah, so if you want to subscribe to the channel, please do, and click on the bell, so when I upload the next video, you will get the notification. And remember, the next one will be the reveal and a little tutorial on how to use the gelatos. So thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.